So I really did debate a long time before deciding to film this video for you to see it. What kind of backlash and comments would I get out of it? To me, it's for the greater good. So, you know, I don't know how well this video is going to be received. It may not be received well at all, but either way, I'm going to be eating good tonight and all week on some of this chicken. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. It is Thanksgiving time. That's right. It is actually Monday night and our first Thanksgiving celebration is tomorrow, Tuesday, for lunch with my family. So what we've got going on behind me here is all the makings for a good old-fashioned homemade chicken and dressing. And this isn't just any chicken and dressing, y'all, and it certainly puts the home back in homemade because we are going farm to table in this video with our very own chickens, or in this case, actually roosters. So if you've been following our channel very long, you know that the boys got a dozen chickens here a while back, and those chickens turned out to be mostly roosters. That's right, we only had one hen. So we were wanting chickens to raise eggs for us. We've only got one hen and 11 roosters. So today we are actually going to butcher some of those roosters for meat, and no better week than Thanksgiving when you're just eating all week to have a little bit of extra chicken laying around. So we've got everything we need back here for that chicken and dressing. But before we can get started, hey, we've got to get the meat on the table. So let's head out. I'll show you how we'll go through the process of butchering a rooster, and then we'll come back in here and we'll make that chicken and dressing. The time has come. We're gonna start thinning down the roosters a little bit. So we already butchered one last Sunday morning to kind of knock the rust off of processing chickens. I've done it before, but it's been a while. So that was Sunday lunch a week ago, and today we're getting ready to butcher some more. So we're actually gonna keep 2 of the 11 roosters. Which one do you want to keep for us?
Black racer.
Is that this one right here?
Yeah.
With the black feathers? Right here?
That one right there. Yeah, that one.
Okay, so he's ours.
Black racer.
He goes back in here with her. Okay, which one do you think Grammy needs?
Popcorn. Popcorn.
This one?
Yeah.
Or this one?
That's sweet popcorn.
That one?
Yeah, sweet popcorn.
All right, so the rest of them we're getting rid of. And so my son has already picked out the 2 he wants to keep. We're gonna keep one of them here to go with our one lone hen that we managed to get. And then we're gonna take the other rooster over to Grammy's house because she's got a few yard birds too, and it can go with that.
It's black racer and sweet popcorn.
All right, so this one is sweet popcorn.
Yeah.
And then right here we have black racer.
The hen's name is also sweet popcorn because she looks more kind of like a sweet popcorn.
All right, the hen's name is sweet popcorn too. So that's gonna leave us with these 8 roosters here that are left, and we're fixing to get started butchering those. Don't worry, I'm not gonna show anything graphic when we go to dispatch of the birds. And so that just kind of leaves me here telling you, if you want to do this, you know, you dispatch them the way that you're comfortable with and whatever works for you. All I'm gonna say about my method is it's painless to the bird, it's quick and it's efficient, and that's it. Some things that I've already got going, I've already got my vat of water heating up. So what that's gonna allow us to do is pluck them a lot easier. So you dip them in scalding water or boiling water for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Take them back out, the feathers will just basically peel right off with your hand. And then also I've got a cooler that I'm gonna have ice water in, and because we are doing a bunch of birds today, as they get plucked, we'll be throwing them in the cooler after we pluck them until we're ready to start cleaning the birds, eviscerating them, whatever you want to call it, and processing them to get them cooling down as quick as possible. Before you get too far along, you want to take something like some of this nylon rope, and you're actually going to need to make a way that you can suspend the chickens upside down. And you're just going to do that by tying a slip knot in each end of the rope and then pulling the rope back through itself so that as you hold up in the middle, the knot will tighten around each chicken leg. All right, so once you got your first bird out, all you're going to do, they can flip them upside down. And usually once they get upside down and outstretched, they'll calm down a little bit. Take our ropes with our slip knots here, cinch them down just under his spur so they'll stay on. Just like that. All right, after you've got him suspended where you can access the rope on his feet, you'll hold him up by that. Then you're going to dispatch him in whatever method you see fit. You'd be surprised, as big as they look, there is not a lot of meat on them at all. But right now you can tell if I pull on those feathers, I mean, I can pick the whole bird up. I'm going to show you how easy it is once you dunk them in some scalding water. I'm going to show you how easy it is once I dunk them in there to get these feathers off. All right, y'all look out. Leave my cooler closed for now. My water ain't hot enough yet. Now listen, this is something that we have to respect, okay? This isn't fun. I'm not having fun killing an animal. But God gave them to us to eat, and we're doing what's necessary so that we can eat them. And Debbie's not causing them any pain. They don't feel anything when I do it this way, okay? All right, so we're just gonna take him now, dip him in the water. We want him submerged down in there good. Okay. Don't let that water splash you, it'll burn. All right, now, take those feathers, they pull right out, just like that. So now you can see how easy those feathers pull out. I'll probably dunk him again. You know, every time they go in the water, it gets a little easier. But what you don't want to do though is start cooking him. So you don't want his skin to start cooking and turning dark. You just want the feathers to turn loose. We're gonna get them dipped, get them plucked, throw them in the cooler. Folks, I don't know if you can see all these clouds up here behind us, but it looks like a thunderhead could roll up any time now. So I've got 4 birds in the cooler. Took me about an hour to get that far. Was kind of having a hard time with all this wind keeping my water hot with my propane burner, keeping it hot enough to pluck with. But we actually are going to leave 4 roosters today, so I'll get to do this again sometime. Really need to beat the rain, and my wife is really needing a chicken for chicken and dressings. All right, so it's time to start the evisceration process. I'm gonna drop a time right here for you to skip to if you don't want to see this part of cleaning the chickens. If you're just ready to skip straight to the kitchen and start on some good old-fashioned chicken and dressing, you can do that. The rain is starting, so I'm probably gonna get wet doing this, but hey, that's okay. But got our chicken here. We're gonna get started getting it eviscerated, which means we're gonna clean the inside out. All right, gonna start here on the south end, and just gonna find this place right here under the breastbone, and we're just gonna take our knife, poke it through. You wanna make sure you pinch it up so that you don't get into the gut cavity when you do this. And so you can see there, he's got a nice fat layer on him, a nice thick skin. But we just want to get an incision made right there. Just like so. All right, so right there you can see I've got a hole going inside. This is just skin covering up his entrails right through here. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna carve down this side, and right here you can even see these 2 points of these hip bones, here and here. And we're gonna go underneath the vent around to the other side so that that whole vent comes out as one piece, and we'll never even get into his intestines, which trust me, we don't wanna do. So just gonna get my finger in here to kind of get started, and you can see how I can pull that skin away. And just gonna use the tip of what needs to be a fairly sharp knife, and we're gonna work our way down the meat. All right here's the bone I'm coming to. I'm gonna use my finger on the inside to pull everything over to one side while I carve that out. There's the intestine right here running along the edge of my finger. So I can now kind of hold that to the side while I just carve in around his hip. And gonna come down underneath the vent. Just like that. All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Y'all keep in mind there's a camera between me and what I'm trying to do here, so I know it's not gonna be just a clean job, but it's the best job I can do. Okay, so now you can really see now I've got the intestine here where it comes out to the vent, and I'm just gonna try to keep all of that intact and coming between the tail and the vent. All right, the vent's free. Now, all of that came out. There's no poop anywhere. I didn't cut into the intestines, and ready to reach inside and get dirty. Got the back end cleaned out good. Gonna start here on the neck now this time, and just gonna take the skin right here down the bottom of the neck, run your knife blade up to where the breast is. See, I kind of made an incision up to there. And remember, we've already got his organs out. We're just trying to get his neck loose. All right, so now we're just gonna try to separate the skin from the neck, just like so. And we got the crop in there too. So crop is where he stores his food at while the gizzard does its job. So this one here doesn't have a whole lot in him. So you can see right here, this is the base of the neck down at the backbone, and give that a little snip snip. Just like that. Clean the skin up a little bit. All right, that is one clean bird. So yeah, here you go, one chicken. So we'll get it all washed up. We're gonna put it in an ice bath and probably brine it in salt water till we're ready to cook it. We'll get it all cleaned up, a little bit more presentable, get the extra feathers and all the hair and stuff off. Probably singe those off on our burner. I've got 2 birds done. I got 2 left. prep work's been done, and that involves getting all our ingredients mixed together tonight, and then we're gonna finish it off and start cooking it first thing tomorrow morning. And then we just kind of pureed all that together, and you might have noticed we sort of did that in batches, just because of the size of the mixer, but basically getting everything ground down, including the chicken, into kind of a fine puree. Then came the seasoning. Now, overall, this is seasoned to taste. So you can play with any of these ratios and mixes that you want. So this is gonna go in the fridge tonight to kind of sit and marinate all together until in the morning. And then what we've got in here now, or what we started with, was 2 pones, that's a good old country word for you, was 2 pones of cornbread to get us started. We're gonna let this sit overnight and let the cornbread that's in there kind of soak in all the liquid that we put in there, and then in the morning, before it goes in the crock pot over here, we're gonna add a 3rd pone of cornbread to it. That'll help combat that little bit of salty flavor we got, but it'll also help thicken it up too. So this is not a baked dressing recipe. This is actually gonna be a crock pot dressing, which you know, this hits a little bit close to home. This was my dad's recipe, so this will be our second Thanksgiving since my dad passed away, and so that's never easy, especially around the holiday seasons. But we're kind of in memory of him. We're cooking his famous dressing recipe. I'm gonna be up half the night getting this video edited because I want it out tomorrow when we sit down at the table and we eat some of this dressing. So y'all stay tuned. I'll see you first thing in the morning. Well, everyone, everything came together just like it should for a perfect Thanksgiving meal with my family. Meal number 1's out of the way. How many more this season? I'm not sure, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more chicken and dressing as the season goes on. Beautiful turkey that my sister made, desserts, pies, casseroles, it was all wonderful. Thank you to my wife, to my mom, and to my sister for putting this meal together. And I just want to take a moment to say how thankful I am for my family, for the health of my family, for my job, and to just live in this great country. I'm also thankful for you, all of my subscribers, and even you that aren't my subscribers. And I hope if you made it this far, you'll consider clicking that subscribe button and clicking that like button, and also turning on your notifications so that you know when I put out more content. We are traditionally a fishing channel, but hey, we slip in other stuff every now and then, especially in the winter months when the fish aren't biting too well. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you too can find something to be thankful for this holiday season. We'll catch you next time, right here on the J-Line.